Hi, my name is Bret Stephens. I'm the foreign affairs columnist of the Wall Street Journal, and I'm the author of America in Retreat, The New Isolationism, and the Coming Global Disorder. At its heart, my book makes the case for America as the world's policeman. That's a very controversial idea these days. I think a lot of Americans believe that we should leave the rest of the world to fend for itself because we have so many problems here at home. But the world has not done well, and America has not done well, when there isn't a reliable, democratic, serious, responsible power that is willing to reassure democratic friends, willing to deter our adversaries, and from time to time willing to stop outrages against international order and against human rights and human decency. In the past, there have been efforts to impose a balance of power on the world, but here on the 100th anniversary of the beginning of the First World War, we know that doesn't work. There have been efforts at collective security through institutions like the League of Nations and the United Nations. And while in theory they seem to be very good ideas, in practice they have been failures. There is the hope that as the world becomes more democratic, more prosperous, more capitalistic, that wars will become unnecessary, unmoted. But the sad experience of history is that the world doesn't work that way. We need America as the world's policeman, not simply for the sake of our friends in far-flung corners of the world, but above all for the sake of ourselves. We live in a world where English is the default language of trade, tourism, diplomacy, technology, where American values, when they're not the norm, are often the aspiration, where small wars might be relatively common, but major wars are unknown. This has been a good world above all for us, and it's a role that we ought to fulfill. It's not a world we should walk away from. We live today looking at challenges like the rise of ISIS, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, China's adventures in the South China Sea. And it shouldn't surprise us. As America has created power vacuums around the world, those vacuums are being filled. It should be the United States that is the buffer between civilization and barbarism. The United States that provides reliable guarantees to our allies from East Asia to the Middle East to Europe. And we should do this because this has been a good world for us here at home. None of us have been conscripted. None of us have had to live through traumas like the trauma of World War II. Let's try not to relive it. Let's understand that America must be the world's policeman. We should be smart about it, we should be strategic about it, but we should not shy away from the responsibility, because ultimately the costs will accrue to us if we don't do it. Thank you.